Okay. Hello, everyone. I would like to welcome you to mobile application development for environmental sustainability and disaster risk reduction course. This course is supported and organized by UNESCO and Universitas Syah Kuala Indonesia. And the goals of this course is to give you the insight about the basic programming. So at the end of these courses, you will be able to develop your own application. Well, to begin with, let me share my screen. Okay, to begin this course, all the participants need to be are required to enroll or register in e-learning platform. You can wait a minute. You can create your account in e-learning dash platform dot e-learning dash jfit dot asia, and then simply create a new account. Pick your username and password and use the email address. And then your first name, your surname, and the city, town, country, and just create your new account. All right. Okay, after you create your account, there will be an email sent to your address that you are using when you are register. And then verify the email address, okay? For example, here. So in your email, you will got this message, and click this link and it will redirect you to this registration confirmation page, okay? And then continue. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. And then and then you can enroll to this course. I will send in the chat. So you will enroll to the course. And this is the course information. There will be there will be a course description, YouTube channel, training schedule, and all the materials and videos that are provided here, okay? And during the courses, if you have any question, please raise your hand. The operators will be unmute your speaker or yeah, your microphone, okay? Well, this course will be instructed by two instructors. First is myself. My name is Maya Fitria. I am from Computer Engineering Program at Universitas Syah Kuala in Aceh, Indonesia. And the other instructor will be Miss Dalila Husna Yunardi. She is a lecturer at Informatics Program in Faculty of Mathematics and Science, Universitas Syah Kuala. And there will be 6 assistant instructor that will guide you during the lab work and the assignment. The first one is Ade, and then Nurul, Yayang, Husnul, Zarifah, and Yulia. Well, if any of you don't register yet, maybe I can share the video to enroll and to register and enroll to this course. I will share in the chat. And this other one for enrolling in the course. All right. Okay, these courses will be divided into 5 sections. The first one is Introduction to Internet, and there will be 1 session. It's gonna be today. And the second section is about Programming Fundamentals. There will be 1, 2, 3, and 4 sessions. The next one is fundamentals of application design that contains of 2 sessions. And the last one is data literacy on AppLab. It's gonna be 3 sessions. And at the end of these courses, there will be an interview with an IT professional. Maybe it's going to be a sharing session about IT professional life, especially for a woman, right? Okay, so far, any question? If you have any question, please raise your hand. Any question? Okay, I think so far so good, yeah. Okay, oh, we have 1 participant.
Very good morning. Can you hear me? Good afternoon. Can you hear me, Maya?
Yeah. Loud and clear.
Okay, thank you very much. I think I could not register all my students on the e-learning platform to the app development course. So if you could repeat again, once again,
okay,
and show us through, because you went you are going little faster than the competency of our students. So I would like to request you to be little slow at the moment, but later on we can pick it up. Thank you.
Okay, first thing first. Okay, I'm gonna give you a link. Okay, this is the link for register. Okay. Okay, can all the participants hear me? Clear. Okay. So this is the link, e-learning dash platform dot e-learning dash gfit.asia, and then it will direct you to this page. Then click the button below, create new account over here. Okay, wait a moment. I think I have problem with my network connection. Oh, sorry. Okay, hold on a second. All right, this is the register page for creating a new account. The first, you need to choose your username and password. For example, I can choose my new username as MYFTR. Okay, and then the password. To be noted here, the password must have at least 8 characters, at least 1 digit, at least 1 lowercase, at least 1 uppercase, at least 1 non-alphanumeric characters. Okay. And then for another information, you are required to fill in your email address over here. For example, okay, and then confirm your email in the input text below, and your first name, your surname, your last name, okay, and your city, town. Okay. And don't forget to check this security question over here and choose.
Professor Maya, can you hear me? Professor Maya, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I think the same issue is being faced by everyone here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the issue the ones you faced when you try to log into that e-learning platform, there was an error. You said maybe it could be due to the internet connectivity or something. But I think it is because of the server, because usually the internet speed in my lab is very fast, and we can easily access any kind of network. But when my students try to access this one, it is showing errors, and it says that the site is not reachable. So my assumption is maybe the server is getting clogged.
Okay, maybe I have the video to guide you to register and enroll to the course. Maybe at the end of this course, you can register by yourself. I think it might be your connection because in in my connection I can access the e-learning. Let me see. Let me check. Maybe I think because of numbers of people access to this e-learning, so the several. Okay, for the solution, I give you the link. Maybe I will give you the link for the video. That you can access. Wait a minute. Okay, I think you all the participants can register later after the session ends. Now let's start our first session. Is about the internet and the web. Okay, before we start, anyone to ask question about this e-learning platform? Okay, in this e-learning, I will tell you once more time. In this e-learning, you can access all the materials that will be given during the training. For the slide, it's gonna be an initial slide here. This is for the slide, and this is for the video that support the materials. Okay, let's start our first. Okay, let's start our first session. It's about the internet and the web. This course is, the objective of this session is to know what is the computing device and to give you the insight about the difference between computer and computer device, and what is the computer network, what is the internet, and a relation between them. And at the end is about what is the web or World Wide Web. Okay, we will start with the basic ideas. What is the computing devices? Computing devices is the electronic device that has microprocessors or microcontrollers in them. The microprocessors is special components that can do mathematical and logical operation with the high speed. Okay. We can say that microprocessor is like computer brain that can compute, do mathematical operation, logical operation at a very high speed. Okay. And on the other hand, microcontroller is a mini version of a microprocessor. It's the same like microprocessor, but not as fast as a microprocessor. So this is the example of microprocessor that typically used in our computer or our laptops. It is Intel i7. And this one is a microprocessor i5 that we typically use in our laptop or computer. Okay, another example of microcontroller is Raspberry Pico. This is commonly used in various smart devices like smart TV, oven, refrigerator, and so on. Okay, the computing devices is not only used in computer or like laptop and computer. It can be used in other kitchen appliance like refrigerator, oven, microwave, etc. And also in vending machine, automatic gear in cars or motorcycles, in smart TV, and other electronics devices. So why we use this microprocessor and microcontroller to function better, faster, and more precise calculation. And this is an example of modern vending machine that use a microprocessor in it to better control its climate in this vending machine, and to store the food better, and to monitor purchases in here, and to report an issue if the snack like M&Ms or Snickers run out of or running low, or when the snack is run out of the vending machine. And another example is the automatic gears that use control when the gear change. And this is the modern air conditioner that also use the microprocessor to better room climate change. Okay. Okay, the computer, a laptop, and server are the special category of computer devices. Why? Because these computer devices can do computational tasks like coding program, designing building, like using the SketchUp tools, writing novel in Microsoft Word, and etc. Okay, now let's move on to the computer network. By definition, computer networks is the collection of computing devices that connect through a medium and communicating using the same common language. And these computing devices can be computers, laptop, connection that enabling devices such as hub, router, bridge, etc. And your mobile phone, the IoT servers, and any others computing devices. And if we talk about connected through a medium, that means we can use the wireless connection like Wi-Fi, 4G or 5G provider, and we can also use the cable like UTP cable, telephone cable, and etc. And communicating using the same language. That means these devices exchange the data and communicate to each other. They speak in TCP and IP. Okay. Okay. Group of computing devices for computer network. It doesn't have to be the same brands. For example, like your laptop, and then your mobile phones, or maybe at home you have your smart TV, and they are all connected to through the same network at your home, like Wi-Fi network. And this is the example of medium that will be used in computer network, such as UTP cable that most commonly used, and then the fiber optic, and then the wireless network, and also 4G or 5G network that connected to your mobile. And the same language. This type of computer devices that we talked about before can exchange data and communicate to each other using the common language that we call TCP or IP. If we can talk about human analogy, when you want to talk to someone, you might ask them by name. For example, hey Maya. So you call me Maya. To identify me, you call me Maya. What are you doing today? Maya, do you want to grab a cup of coffee or anything else? Okay. It's similar things, Gus, to computer network. These devices can exchange and speak with each other through the same common language. Okay. So far, is there any question? Or if I speak too fast, you can chat on the chat box. Okay, for the notes, I think you can access all these materials on the e-learning. So at the end of this session, maybe the assistant instructor will guide you to register on the e-learning. Okay. Okay, for the recording, maybe we will share the recording later, okay? Okay. Okay, I'm sorry if I speak too fast. All right. For the subtitle, no, we don't have the subtitle, but if you are from Vietnam, you can, there will be an interpreter for the Vietnamese. Yeah, we are supposed to join to the workspace after this session 1A, okay? Please be patient. Because some of the participants need to understand well. Okay, can we move on to the next one, the next slide? Okay, I will continue the lesson. Oh, wait, there is someone raising hand. Sharing Yang Chen, please. Oh, I think. Okay, we have already learned about the computer network. So if we sum up that the computer network is an interconnection of computing devices that these computing devices are exchanging the data and communicating to each other through the network. Okay, and now we move on to the internet. The internet is the interconnection of the computer networks. So the computer network is the interconnection of two or more devices, but the internet is the interconnection of the computer networks at global scale. So in international level, okay. So it can be said that connection various network together. Network of network. That's the internet. So if you can see in this figure, there is a mobile phone connect to the 3G or 4G provider, and this network connected to other network, for example, wireless LAN, and this wireless LAN is connected to tablet or your laptop. So that's the idea of the internet. All right, now let's go to the IP address. So, in this internet, there will be number of devices. So, how we identify these devices on the internet? So we use IP address. The idea of IP address is it's a unique number. That means only one device will have one IP address. So one IP address cannot be in two devices. Okay. So the purpose of the IP address is to know who send the data. That means which device is send the data, and to know who send data, who are send data, to which devices we send our data. Okay, for the IP address, any question? Any question? Okay. All right, let's move into the hypertext. Okay, we all know about the internet. So we move on to the World Wide Web. But before that, we need to know the concept of the hypertext. If you open the Microsoft Word document, you can create table of content. This table of content is to list the part of documents and page number. Okay, and when you click one item in the table of content, it will jump to another part of document. This is what we call hyperlink. Okay, and this Microsoft Word with table of content is the hypertext. We can see here. So, for example, in a book, you can see a table of contents. And then if you want to jump to some page, for example, in part 1, editorial, a review of emerging trends here, you click this item and it will bring you to page 2. This is what we call hypertext. This one is hypertext. This document with hyperlinks is the hypertext. Okay, the hypertext by definition is collection of documents. Documents that are linked together from one document to another document. And the hyperlink is the link that can bring us brought us to other documents. When we click on that link, like this example, when we click on that link, it will jump to another page. Okay. Basically, hypertext is documents that have the hyperlinks in it. Now, we talk about the World Wide Web, or we commonly known as web. The web is the collection of documents on the internet when we open a document on another computing devices somewhere. Okay, the standard format of the web document is HTML. It is an abbreviation of hypertext markup language. And if you know that the web is a list of documents that link to each other, where we store that documents on the internet. We store that document on the internet is on the server. Okay, so the server is where the documents are stored. And for each document that we have on the internet has its unique URL or unique resource locator. It is a unique identifier for a document on the web. It's similar to IP address to identify. If IP address is to identify the devices, the URL is to identify where is the document stored on the server. Okay, so we can sum up that the World Wide Web is web of document in the wide scale on the internet. And to be noted here that the web is not the same as internet. So web can run on the internet, and internet can be run without the web. Okay, this is the example of a document, a web of UNESCO, Wikipedia for UNESCO, and this is the HTML for this page. Any question? Did I talk fast? Okay. All right, now we talk about the application of software. Application from the user perspective is a sequence of screens. When it's like when we press some area in the screen and the computer will give the reaction and will do something like changing the screen or give some status or some update and so on. For example, for this slide, when I click to the right, it will change to another page of this slide. And another example is application, Zoom application that we are using now. When you unmute, when you mute your microphone, there will be a red line over here. And when you unmute, the red line is gone. Now, the web application. Okay, we have a question here. Do we need the notes for future purpose? Okay. I think we have a participant that raised the hand, Rinzin Gelshen. No? Okay. Okay. Now we move on to web application. A web application is similar. It's like a sequence of screens. So the screen will change based on user action. But this web application happens on the web. The screen image, it's like the documents that has the hypertext. It's a hypertext document that has hyperlinks on it. And then when we click something and we do something, this web application will give the reaction for based on our action. And in the web application, there will be a collection of HTML document that we learn before. And in this web application, user can interact with this web application. Okay, for example, let's take example of Google search. When you type something here in the input text and press enter, for example, you are gonna search about Zoom maybe, and there will be the result that related to Zoom. So that's the action that computer gives us. And for the URL, web application URL, it's like this. Okay, that's the end of our first session A. Is there any question before we start our session B? Any question? Okay, let me check on the chat box. No question. Okay, let's move on to session 1B. But before that, I need to charge my laptop. Hold on a minute. We have some question here. What's the difference between URL and the internet? Okay, let me. Okay, the internet is the interconnection between two or more computer network at the global scale. This is the internet, for example, as I said before, for example, your mobile phone connected to 3G or 4G or 5G provider, and then this is the network. This is your network, and these networks are is connected to any other network like wireless LAN, optical fiber, cable TV, telephone cable, and satellite, and etc. This is the idea of the internet. So the devices at global scale can exchange and communicate to each other. Okay, and URL is to identify the document on the web. Okay, it's a unique resource locator. It's similar to IP address. IP address is to identify the devices in the network. That's the IP address. But the URL is to identify the documents on the web. Okay. Something that we type on Google like this is the URL, unique resource locator. So we know where is that document on the internet. And the HTML itself is the standard format for the documents, the web documents. That's the standard format. This is the example of the HTML. So as you see, as you can see as the user, for example, if you open the Wikipedia for UNESCO, for example, when you see, you open the Wikipedia for UNESCO, you can see that there is description about UNESCO. So it's easy to read, right? But behind that document, it's written like this in the standard format of HTML. Okay. All right. If you have further question, you can write on the chat box, and the assistant will help you to answer that question. Okay. Now let's move on to the AppLab. Okay. I think I have one question from Pema sharing you then. Yes, please.
Hello, Professor Maya.
Yeah.
So basically, why do we have to use hypertext document?
Okay. Why we use the hypertext document? Because okay. Is my voice echoing? Okay. Okay, hypertext is a document that that have hyperlinks. That's the definition. And what is hyperlinks? Hyperlinks it links that can makes us jump when we click for one entry, that makes us jump to another documents. Okay, that's the hypertext and hyperlinks. All right, now let's move on to our second material for today. That is about code.org for the AppLab. Okay, everyone can see my slide. All right. So code.org. So the objective of this materials today is to know what is code.org and how to register on code.org and what is the AppLab, and you're gonna create your first application on the AppLab. So code.org is a non-profit organization, and their vision is to give the same opportunities to every student in the world, in every school, to learn computer science. So they introduce computer science to K-12 through their web application. So code.org itself is a web application that allows us to create our application, our animation, our game, and etc. Next, you are gonna learn what tools that can be used in this code.org. So to access their web application, you can go to this link, studio.code.org. And then you can, you need to register, sorry. You need to register in code.org before using it, okay? I will give you a short demo about register, and then several tools in AppLab, and the first application and your lab work. Okay, before we go to the demo, let's I will introduce you about the AppLab. In the code.org, there will be several tools that can you use for creating games, creating animation, and etc. And for this course, our goals is to develop our own application using the AppLab. So basically, the AppLab is the tools that can be used in the code.org. Okay, let's try. Let me show you how to register on the code.org. So code studio.code.org. So I will give you the link on the chat. Oh, sorry. So studio.code.org. So you will be brought to this page. This is the main page of code.org. And the first thing first you need to do is to sign in. But before sign in, of course, you need to create an account if you don't have one. Let's create an account over here. There will be a create an account button. Just click that and you will be brought to this page. In this page, you can sign up using your Google account, your Facebook account, your Microsoft account, or simply just by filling in the email, password, and confirm the email. Okay. So in this case, I have my own account. So I just simply sign in. And this is the dashboard that will be shown to us when we sign in. Okay, and in this code.org there will be several tools. If you can see on the top, like Sprite Lab, Artist, and AppLab, Game Lab, Dance Party, and any other projects that you can create on this code.org. But in this course, we are gonna focus on AppLab application. So we can click on this AppLab. So it's gonna bring you to this workspace. As you can see here, it's divided into three parts. The first one is the screen, and then the toolbox and the workspace. And over here is the title of your project. You can rename it. For example, let's say we change it into our first project. Click save. Oh, sorry. So this is our first project. And over here on the left, you can see there are three sections, which is code, design, and data. Code is to create your code over here, and the design is to create your design, your application design. There will be design toolbox that you can drag and drop to the screen. So this is the screen that shows your application. Okay. Delete it. And then there will be another section, which is data. This is where you store your data. So for this code.org for AppLab, is there any question? What type of designer? Registration. Okay. Anyone need a repetition of this registration? Okay. Okay, let me repeat it once more. Okay, to access this AppLab in code.org, the first thing you need to do is just go to studio.code.org, and you will be brought to this page and simply sign in by clicking this button on the top, on the right top here. If you already have an account, you just simply type your email and password and sign in. But if you don't have any account yet, just create an account over here. You can continue with your Google account, Facebook, or Microsoft account, or you just type your email address. For example, Maya Fitria and my password, and confirm password, and click sign up. And when you sign up, it will be automatically sign in. Okay, I will sign in again. Okay, this is the main dashboard of the code.org. In code.org, there are several tools that you can use for creating your application, your animation, or sprite lab, or game lab, and etc. And in this course, we are going to focus on the AppLab. So we click this AppLab. So it will bring you to the main workspace of AppLab. This is the main workspace. And for this project, the title of this project is Untitled Project. You can rename it here. Clicking rename. And let's change to new project and save. There you go, your new project. And here you can see there are three sections which are code, design, and data. Code is where you type your code, your coding. You do the coding here in this workspace by dragging some UI control variables and etc. And for the design section here is where you design your application. It's simple by dragging some button or text inputs from the design toolbox over here. Okay, and then there will be another section which is data. Data is where you store your data that you needed. We will talk about this data later in the session 7th. Okay, so far so good. Okay, what coding language it is? We don't use a certain coding language here. We use what's so-called block coding. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay, next, let's see. Is it possible to upload our app in the Google Play Store from here? Is it free or we have to pay while uploading our app in Google Play Store? You can publish your app, but to publish in Google Play Store or yeah, in Google Play Store, you need to pay for that. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, now let's try one a simple application to print a hello world text. When we click a button, it will print a hello world text. Let's say the first thing first, we go to design. We take one of UI elements. In here, we can maybe we choose a button. Let's say we change. So for this element, there will be properties over here. So each element that you choose in the design toolbox, there will be some properties. Okay.
Okay, madam.
Okay, is there any question before we start our first application? Sharing user. Sharing. Oh, is there any question? Okay, for this button, there will be properties. Let's say the ID for this button, I will say BTN hello world. And this button will be print hello world. So you can see it's being in two lines. You can change the size of this button. For example, here I will be resize into 150 and move it a little bit to left, right here. Okay, now we have the print hello world button. And we also change the color of this button over here, like background color. We can move to the left or to the right. Or here to change type of color. Let's say we want to make it to green. Okay. So now we have the print hello world with the ID BTN hello world. So when we click to this button, what happened? It can be in this event. So when we click, it triggers an event. To triggers an event, so we click there, it's gonna bring you into the code section. So this is what happened when you click the print hello world button. Okay, so this is on event. There will be two parameters. Button hello. The first one is to indicate which UI element that you're gonna use. For this case, we're gonna use button hello world. This is the ID for this button that we defined before. And then we want to click this button. So we choose click. Okay. This is the event. The event is click. And there will be so where we're gonna print this hello world text. We can change over here, hello world, and it's gonna print out your hello world text on the console. Where is the console? The console is over here on the bottom of your workspace. This small window over here is the console where you can print or debug your application. Okay, so we have this application, this button. Now we want to run this application. If we click, it's gonna print hello world text on the console. Let's try to run it. Run. So now you can do something with your screen. So we need to click this print hello world button. There you go. It's gonna print hello world on the console. Okay, if I change maybe hello all participants of this course. So first thing, we need to reset the application and run it again and click the button, and you can see here, hello all participants of this course. So that's what happened when we click print hello world button. Basically, if we want to create an application, we start with the design. That's why I take the button first from here and drag it to the screen. And then for that certain UI element, we choose the event for that element. For example, we want to give an event for this print hello world button. So we go to the event over here and insert and show code. Okay. Okay. It's gonna be one event when you click this print hello world button. Okay, you can also show text. You can look at the code like a text by clicking show text over here. So it's gonna be shown like this. So it can be easily for you to edit and delete or adding something on your code. And for the blocks, it's easier to see. Is there any question? What is the language used here? We don't use any certain language in the AppLab. Basically, it's like a block code. You just simply drag and drop and edit some part of your code. It's easy to use this AppLab application. Okay. Let's try it again.
That's fine. Buka breakout room, ya. Kemudian juga kita masuk ke breakout room-nya. Nanti akan digunakan.
Okay, I think that's the materials for the AppLab. Now we move on to lab work. Okay, all the participants will be divided into a breakout room, and there will be assistants that guide you to create your application and do your lab work. Okay. Broadcast. Okay, the operators will open the breakout room. You can you're gonna be assigned to certain room, and you will be guided there. Okay. Um, Please wait a moment for all participants. The assistant are assigning you to certain breakout room. Okay. Please be patient. Please be patient because we have more than 200 participants over here, and maybe it's gonna take like 3 or 5 minutes to assign you to a certain room. And for the participants from Vietnam, you can directly join to the Vietnam breakout room, and also from Indonesia, you can also join in the Bahasa breakout room. Udah.
Suaranya di mana?
Okay, for those who already done with the lab work and already joined in the main session, please don't forget to fill out the today's attendance. The operators already give the link. Okay, let me.
Tomorrow.
Hmm?
We are waiting tomorrow. We are waiting tomorrow.
Okay. And please stay in the main session because we are still waiting for other participants in other two rooms to finish the lab work. Okay. Okay, for the recorded video, we will give you the link. We will broadcast the link for the recorded video. Okay. Well, while waiting for other participants, let me ask you to do a pre-test. It is actually in the beginning of this session, but I totally forgot about that. So please, okay, wait a minute.
Okay.
Kayak mana? Berasa gagal. Di kelas mana tadi deh?
Okay, all participants are. Okay, all participants are already in the main room. Okay, for all participants, you need to fill out today's attendance. It will given in your chat box. You can check that. Please fill out today's attendance. Okay, for those who are already who don't fill out yet, please do it now because we are gonna continue some materials.
Bagi yang tahu ini karena kelas. Oh ya. Nanti itu pemerintah seminggu.
Okay.
Ya sama. Kalian.
Okay, for administration, this thing I totally forgot to give to you before the lecture. So all of you need to fill out this pre-test in this link. This aims to understand your background. Can you see my screen? Okay, sorry, there is a trouble with the connection here.
Jadi kan fokus main. Udah. Fokusnya udah mulai.
Okay, all of you need to fill out this link for the pretest. It's for better understand your background. Okay, we are still waiting other participants. No? Hand is... Okay, there is someone raising hand. Wang Chu. No? Okay. To be noted here, there is no grade for this pretest. This is just for us to understand more about your background. Okay, 5 minutes left. Okay, all the video of today's lesson will be already uploaded in the Moodle. Okay, if you already registered on Moodle and enroll the course, you can check the video for today's lesson. Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay,
Hello.
Tashi.
All right, ma'am. I wanted to ask you regarding the program itself, ma'am. Right now, I'm in a school where the students there actually have to stay in a center, a particular center. So, is it okay if I project the whole lesson as in one big screen for all the students?
Yeah, I think it's okay, but for the lab work, you all have to do it by yourself.
All right. Thank you for the clearance, ma'am.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
you're welcome. Please wait 5 more minutes because there is another things that I'm gonna give you.
You can pass this test. Editor.
Langsung aja, Pak. Okay, 2 more minutes, okay? Okay, let's continue our administration stuff. Okay. Okay, like I mentioned at the beginning of this session, that we will use UNESCO e-learning platform. This link will be shared to you through the email. And how to register on e-learning and on the AppLab. All the materials will be broadcast through your emails, and the materials are uploaded in this e-learning platform, such as slides, video tutorial, and to submit your lab work are also in the platform. Okay, to pass this training, there are some requirements that you need to fulfill. The first one is the attendance must be at least 80%. And then the review materials in the e-learning platform, 90% must be checked. So we can see your activity in e-learning platform when you check the materials. And you need to submit all lab work on the e-learning platform. That's the requirement that you need to fulfill to receive the international certificate from UNESCO. Okay, let me show you how to submit the assignment. So this is the course that you need to enroll. Wait a minute. Okay, this is the course that you need to enroll: Mobile Application Development for Environmental Sustainability and DRR. And there will be training schedule here. And then okay, for the announcements, the general news, or you have any question, you can make the discussion here in the announcement. Just click this announcement and you can add a new topic. If you have any question, you can put it here, okay, and post to forum. So we can check regularly if you have any question. And then to register on Moodle and enroll the course, this is the link for the video, and this link will be broadcast to your email. And for the materials like slides and videos are provided here. For example, today we are already learned about the internet and the introduction to code.org's AppLab here. Here is the slide, and this is the video about computer devices, and then video about computer network, about the web. It's all over here. And for the introduction, don't worry if you don't you cannot keep up with the materials today. You can access the video over here. This is the video tutorial how to register on the AppLab, and the introduction on the AppLab, and the workspace, and how to design, how to write a code, and this is the recap, okay, the summary of all the video, these tutorial videos. And for tomorrow's, we are gonna move on another section, which is programming fundamentals. There will be four sessions for this chapter. The first one is programming fundamentals about variables and the condition, if statement, and then there will be also if else statement, the function, the parameters and return values, and so on, like that. It will be taught more details in the next section. Okay. Okay, for the assignment, for today, there is no assignment in this e-learning platform, but for tomorrow, for the assignment, you can access here with this icon. This is icon for the assignment. For example, this is assignment for variables. You can open this assignment and preview the quiz now. So please drop your homework assignment project link over here. So you need to give your AppLab link for that assignment over here and then finish a tab. So the assistant can access your assignment over there. Okay. And the assignment, the instruction for each assignment will be in the slide. For example, here for the next slide is about programming fundamentals. There will be homework or assignment here. Create a similar program and so on. And you do this assignment on the AppLab and share the links on the assignment on the platform, on the e-learning platform. Sorry. Is there any question about that? Yes, for today, we don't have any assignment because it is an introduction. And I hope after this session, you all already registered on the Moodle and enroll for the course and registered on the AppLab. Please make sure that you view or the slide and the video to better understanding for your programming, for your basic programming. Okay. Okay, for the AppLab link, it's basically studio.code.org. Okay, for the AppLab link, you can see through these videos. Today, there is no assignment. Okay, let's see. There is. Okay, please vanish. I think we have a question from Banish. Which account that you cannot log in? Okay, if you don't have any other question, maybe we can close this section. I appreciate your attendance and your work on the lab work, and thank you for having me today. See you on the next sessions. Oh, please don't forget, tomorrow we're gonna start our session at 5 Indonesian time, GMT plus 7. Okay, if you don't have any question, I close this session. See you tomorrow.